Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode with me, Bellfire, and today we're back in From the Depths, and I've been a little bit busy. I've made the laser systems because there are two of them, one on each of these arms. Then there will be another pair of arms which have advanced cannons. I will be adding hands to to all four arms, and then the last system that will be added will be the particle cannons. The only thing that causes me extreme pain is how much this thing costs. Nearly 3 million resources. Currently, it's 2,640,029 materials. But I mean, to be fair, a bulwark, an Onyx watch, godly design. Let it finish loading in. Have the AI actually turn on. There we go. As soon as all these missiles hit, it's over. And I mean, plus, with the two lasers, or with the constant laser and then the burst laser, the burst one deals a lot more damage because each shot, or every second that thing hits, it's about 1,000 damage. And then, of course, all the EMP. Neither the torso or the base has lost much health. And I'm surprised about the lack of energy loss. I mean, there's a little bit. Oh yeah, that's something I still need to work on. I still need to reinforce that. And the little ammo pontoons, but that'll come out later date. Yeah, and it's dead. AI dead. And I'm pretty sure neither of my ships dropped below 100 hit points. Or 100% health. That doesn't count because that was an after attack. So I mean, yeah, this thing still has its weaknesses, but it's getting to the point where it's fairly powerful. And yes, before you all begin to freak out, I will be adding defensive systems. I'm not there yet, but this thing is filled to the brim with armor. As you can see, every single bit of empty space is either filled with weapon systems or armor. So a single AP shot will pretty much gut this entire mech. I just realized that. If a single AP shot were to go through this entire mech, it'll deal some damage. Not all that much, but yeah, it'll deal some. So the way the left arm laser works is it'll charge to 100% energy and then fire everything until its damage drops below 1,000. Then this one is just a constant fire laser. Then the two advanced cannons, when they are stowed, by stowed I mean like this up and completely bent out of the way, they will be on the chest here. And instead, also, I put a little camera, a visual camera, inside the mouth so the mech can actually see when the sonar isn't in the water. But, I mean, I want submarine. Oh, well. Yeah, the one I am getting Basically, the faction I'm drawing a decent chunk of inspiration from is the Twin Guard. Because some of their most dangerous designs are, in fact, mechs. Hydrovolt. That seems familiar. But I'm not gonna risk it, so... Yeah, Loggerhead. And you may be saying this thing won't be effective at all against... submarines. You forget, the very first weapon system on here was torpedoes. And that's not very much of a submarine. Wait, the Loggerhead. Oh, it's this thing! Best described as a jumping submarine. As in, it'll every once in a while, it'll just, instead of deciding to be a regular submarine, it'll become a thruster craft. As in, it'll fly. And there we go, AI dead. Yeah, this mech is something else. Okay, so really, what I need to do is go ahead and start working on the arms, which actually requires me to have an enemy so I can figure out roughly turn off its AI. Reason I'm doing this is so I can figure out roughly this piece here. So that's at about a 45. So the one that'll go on here first needs a block. So that means that piston needs to extend by about, or retract by about 1. Okay. Then needs sub-objects, turn spin block. I'll have it face downward. And then the fun bit of cycling through every single subgrid until you're at the right one. Okay. Now that I'm here, I will go ahead and get... That's under control. There we go. So this one will be range 2900. This one will be range inverted 2900. This one will be first decrease the range down to like 3, just as an example. That will be spin block, rotate. What? Maybe like that one's 45, so maybe 30. Oh, wait, 30 would be 90 minus 30, so 60, so 25 degrees maybe? And then this one, target, spin block, rotate 0 to 0 degrees, and that'll be like a 3 again. Okay. And then blocks, heavy armor. Oh. Okay. That might look decent. Let me go ahead and see. I think it needs to be rotated more. Only question is, which way? I'll try 30 degrees. Nope, because if I wind up bulking out the arm some, that'll cause it to interfere. How about 20? Yeah, that looks decent. And I'll replicate that on the other side. Okay, so let me go ahead and have this thing extend. And I'll just turn this on. Oh, that's right, I spawned a submarine. Which, even now, is not safe. Even though it's a laser firing underwater. Keep in mind, lasers lose damage the farther they fire underwater. And that thing got disintegrated. And that'll be right up against the chest, which I think will look fairly good. But this one, this piston here, will need to extend. Or will it? It might not. Well, here. Okay, perfect. So that would be sub-objects. No, that would be under control. PID. Well, that's not a PID. ACB. That's it. So range, invert, 2900. That'll be a piston. Pistons. And about a 3 maybe. Set extension in meters to 1. And I realized I'll need to adjust that, but now that I have it set up, it'll make it easier. Range, 2900, invert target, pistons, there we go. Set extension to 1 at 3. Okay. Then this one, I'll probably say like, what? If I'm going to have it thicken out by 2 more blocks, so that would be 3 meters. Let me see. Mirror that. Blocks, heavy armor. Yep. Yes, I know you may be asking, why am I going up? Because defense. You'd be surprised how much that'll save any fragile component. Like automated control blocks. Very, very good example. And it looks like I guessed right on the measurement needed. And I realize now I could have built that a whole lot easier. Now the only thing is, this makes it a nightmare to gain access to the ACBs or automated control blocks. But honestly, for them being as protected as they are, it's kind of worth it. Plus, I mean, where are yours? I can get to them. It's just they're a tiny annoyance. But here, let's go loggerhead. Turn off its AI. Okay, so this is why I kept that piston there. How about 2? I honestly think the arm is way too far in, so the fun bit of undoing stuff. This will take a minute. Oh my lord. Okay, there we go. So yes. There, but that's going to be the edge of the arm. And I know what you may be saying. Why is that the edge of the arm and not the actual edge of the arm? Or why is the spin block there whereas the center of the arm is here? Aesthetics. That's really the only reason. To make it look good. And yeah, I could add another piston onto this, but I'm not going to. That's right. There we go. And then this one, I will actually trim up. Does it start flying when you get too close? Because that would make sense. I mean, not much, but some. And I could go for the same double jointed elbow I did for those for the laser arms. I'm not going to. That's a very, very nice, powerful laser. And then, of course, the entire missile volley. Can't forget about that. So I need to move this back by 1 meter. So that'll be 2 instead of 3. And there we go. That is set up. And what I could do is kind of have the arms coming up across the chest. Or I could have them just go fold basically 90 degrees up. And you can just hear as all the missiles are reloading. It is a nice sound. Okay. And the reason I have all of this on a piston is just simply so they'll actually phase through blocks. Because for those of you who don't know, if you have a, what are they called, sub-object? Yeah, sub-object on a sub-object, it will no longer calculate collisions. So, like, for example, this does not have calculated collisions. Yeah, I'll spawn Loggerhead. It's a nice and easy one to deconstruct, because if it gets too close, then yeah, that's pretty nice. And just simply to make sure that it still looks good when this is retracted. And I would say, hey, let me go ahead and make a shoulder. No, I really don't want to make one. So yeah, all I need to do with these is round out the armor, and I think they'll be good. Because deconstructing this real quick, even though yes, it would be quicker just simply to hit here and go like that, it's not as fun. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. So go ahead and mirror. Not like that. Nope. Uh-oh. Ah, there we go. Okay. I will be right back after I finish rounding out the armor on this arm. So I'll see you all in just a second. Okay, I'm back, and here we go. I'll go ahead and turn that off, and here is the arm. Yes, I know it doesn't look exactly the same. I'm not looking for it to I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying this. I am not looking for it to look exactly the same. If anything, I may extend this arm down slightly more. Just because I'll go ahead and turn this on for the fun of it. That looks a little bit small. And honestly, the angle can be changed ever so slightly. And the annoyance. Oh. There we go. So instead of being 180, how about negative 165? A little bit more. 55. Okay. And then call in another loggerhead, for example. Turn it off. And yeah, that looks like it'll make a fairly decent... So, okay, how this mech is going to work, it's going to have two different kinds of... oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not artillery cannon, but rather... advanced cannon, that's the word. It's going to have two different kinds. A rapid fire and then a hard hitter. That's what basically I'm going to match the sides. And that's the same thing I can do with particle cannons. I might do that. So anyway, this side, the right-hand side, is the faster firing. And they don't hit that hard. Whereas this side hits incredibly hard, but it takes a while to fire a second and third volley. So I'll go ahead and turn you off. Well, what? You're still alive? Calling me impressed. Oh, I think if you get below a certain percentage of health, you dive. That makes sense. Somewhat. So I'll go ahead and wait until all of this stuff, all of my missiles stop hitting it. Okay. Well, anyway, now that we have this, I want to build on there. There we go. Okay. So now the fun bit. And that is just simply... I'll go ahead and mirror. I did not mean to exit build mode there. And one design I do really like is having basically alternating spike lengths. And then these two can be two. Like so. And you may be wondering where I'm getting this design from. It's actually from the game's built-in mech. Okay, and then as for the advanced cannon firing piece... that's where it'll go. But that'll be replaced by this. Those... okay. Okay. So then I want advanced cannons. Yep. An advanced firing piece. I'll go like that. As for the mantlets, the 3x3. Omni, yep. And then basically this thing will be loaded to the brim with cooling. So barrels. Nope, not barrels. Cooling unit. Whereas the other one that will be on the way will be what's the opposite of gauge increasers. That's the opposite of cooling. Autoloaders and belt fed. This one attachment of ammo clips. This autoloader hands shells up to 1 meter long. The belt fed loader loads much faster than a standard loader, but the clip cannot be fired during the reloading phase. Alright. I saw you. Oh, there it is. Okay. So the only thing is, I don't know if I'll have space. Well, if I do it like this, then I'll have plenty of space for all of the belts and such. So, let me go ahead and get a, I'll say 6-way. And of course, there's a certain way you have to connect it, because if not, then it's not going to work. Because why wouldn't it? Not connect it to an APS gauge increaser, or so what? It has to be like that? Yes, it does. Got it. Then I'll go ahead and have 2 gauge coolers. I realized, right after I did it, that I was doing something wrong. So that is Q. Oh, not connected, really. Okay, how about a 5-way? There we go, now it's connected. That took long enough. And like I said, this thing is meant to fire fast. No clips attached. Here, I want 1. Okay, and then ammo inputs. Okay. So APS, this will have 6 barrels. All of them being incredibly tiny, and prefer low. Barrel spacing, I want it to be very, very small. Not that small, though. Like 0.3 looks good. Then I'll take barrels, heavy barrels, because I don't want this thing breaking on me. I'll go 3. Let me restart that. Heavy barrel start. 2, 3, 4. Then, inaccuracy modify. Cooldown. 0.15. Oh boy. I think I'll go with muzzle brake. So it's an 18 gauge, so it's very, very small for those of you who are unaware. I mean, it's absolutely minuscule. I want to go to AI. Now I want to go to AI. There we go. Local weapon, all in one. And then I'll put a piece of heavy armor right here. So now the only thing is to design a shell that can be fired by that's less than a meter long. Okay. So that'll be under advanced cannons, naturally. I want ammo controller. So, okay. Nothing yet. 1, 2. I want this to have a head, right? Nose, yep. This will just simply be armor piercing, sure. The range, detection range. I want to know how long this shell is. Barrel length for 0.3 degrees base inaccuracy. Clip length required 1. Shell plus casing length. Shell length is 60 millimeters. Okay, so 480 right now. Gunpowder. Then this one will be a... I want a cap, armor piercing. 720 now. So 480... Oh, 480 divided by 2 is 24. So I think I can get away with one more. Armor piercing. 960. Oh boy, this'll be long. And really, I'll go to like right here. Solid. This is for kinetic. Sure. And there we go. Assign. Assign to all unassigned. Oh my lord, they are so small. Okay, Q, designer mode, refill, APS. And I'm going to go try this cannon. Oh no! Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and throw a seat on there, because it looks like I have to. Control, chair. Don't worry, this is a temporary control seat. I want to see what kind of damage it actually deals. So, like, right about there. Most of it's reflecting. I mean, a lot of those shots are actually hitting. I mean, for a very basic cannon. Oh, I think I know what'll be best for this. So, okay. It has an armor piercing plus a couple solid. Then I want HE. Yeah. I'll go 4 HE. Then No. Penetration depth fuse. An inertia fuse. I'm not doing anything with the timed. Increases accuracy at the expense of speed. Okay. Stabilizer fin. So now, the fun bit. I mean, it does a lot of damage when it hits. Or, it does a lot of additive damage. Oh my lord, that's making me a little bit sick. So, how about... Yeah, engine pod. Mostly deflecting. I think I'm into the explosive now. Well, here. Uh-oh. What's wrong? You don't have access to it. Oh, no. I thought I had the AI set up and everything. Dang it. Oh, well, that's a fairly simple fix, I say. And I will say, this all-in-one, very, very nice. Okay. And I mean, this mech still works surprisingly well, having two forms of detection systems, one being a camera and the other being, I'm trying to think, a 360-degree sonar. And man, this thing has a lot of shells. And I couldn't ask that to fold up. Well, I mean, I could, but that folds up fairly well. Now, the only thing I need to do is actually test it. So, loggerhead, go ahead and spawn that. And everything fires. Of course, it's mostly laser damage right now. I mean, it's a little bit of a laser beam. How many are you hitting? 83-ish. It's going down. Okay. I mean, lasers do deal less damage underwater. And AI did. Probably thanks either to the... Well, here. I do actually have a fairly good test, I think. Onyx Watch. Ships. I'm trying to think which is the best one. I will be right back. So sorry. Okay, I'm back, and I am pretty sure I have the right ship. I need to reactivate this also. There we go. It looks to be on target. And it seems to be actually dealing some damage. Of course, shielding being shielding. Ah, but of course. Where am I in comparison? Oh my lord, I am far.
Listening.
Of course, underwater missiles are a pain. Those underwater missiles are torpedoes. And it looks like the cannon ran out of ammo. Honestly, I'm slightly tempted to make those shells a little bit bigger. Not by much, but just a little bit. I mean, hey, I'd say, yeah, those deal a decent chunk of damage. Especially if they can actually puncture a target's armor. Hmm. Sounds like it's out of ammo again. Or not. And is it actually doing what I think it's doing now? Although, yeah, mostly being deflected by a shield when it actually breaks past the shield. It's not dealing much damage, but it's still dealing damage. I wonder if there's any way I can improve this. Probably don't need that. Well, I'll figure this out. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that amazing stuff. And I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye, guys.